Peace and blessings, family. This is Brother IJ Taimba of Harlem Liberation School and AT Books. I have a very simple message for all of us today. If you want conditions in your home, your organization, or your community to improve and change for the better, you got to stop the complaining and the crying and whining. Stop waiting for somebody outside your community to save you. Stop nitpicking and being overly critical of other people who at least are trying to help. Study. Organize yourself and others to do something every day to resolve the very problem you identify. Be an active agent of your own liberation rather than a sideline critic. Peace and Black Power family. It's Brother IJ Taimba of Harlem Liberation School, where we teach Black people to wake up, clean up, and stand up. I can't think of anything more beautiful than that, my brothers and sisters. I hope you're all well. Hope you're having a good day. I hope your families are well. Hope your health is well, mentally and physically. Today is kind of an impromptu broadcast. There's a lot going on, family, behind the scenes. I want you to know when you start saying and thinking things like we're not doing nothing, we apathetic. I want to correct you on that. I want you to know that there's many Africans and new Africans who you may call Black people, members of our African diaspora around the world who are actively engaged. Don't assume because the people that you're with, that you see on your block, that live in your residential area, because they don't seem to be doing anything. Don't assume, number one, that that's true. People who may not seem to be doing anything may be doing, in fact, an awful lot. And don't assume that because something's not right in front of your face, that something's not happening. Many times when we complain about what we need to have and what we should have and what we don't have, if we just did a little investigation, went out into our community, made some calls, got on the internet, and got out and saw some things, we'd realize, wow, we do have African-centered schools, or at least after-school programs, or at least curriculums or books or videos. We have something. We do have nationalist-minded people who are politically in tune, who we can go to for commentary and news about world events. We do have people who actually are interested in policing our communities, that look like us, that love us, that are trained in self-defense and other things of that nature. A lot of things we complain that we don't have, we actually do have, family. You're just not connected, or you're just not in the know, right? So I want you to think about that. This is an impromptu presentation because there are a lot of good brothers and sisters, some of whom I know personally, really doing a lot of work this weekend around making this what we call Liberate Our Elders Weekend. Right? I kind of got a quickly put together, I guess, slideshow, if you will, to kind of keep you up to date with what is going on. Let me add that right now as we speak. And hopefully what you're seeing on your screen is that today, Friday, August 4th, 2023, we have a number of our activists in New York City um, who had a press conference at 11 this morning called Prison Lives Matter, Liberate Our Elders. They were at the doing New York City press conference. They were down at the Manhattan Criminal Court building, better known as by its address 100 Center Street. And they were there kind of talking about, number one, to liberate our older political prisoners, many of whom are suffering from poor health, right? And really need to be out of a prison environment. All of whom should not have been arrested in the first place, if let's say that. So that happened a little earlier today, right? And this is under the umbrella of Prison Lives Matter, Liberate Our Elders Weekend, which of course is connected to the month we're in and the commemoration, which is Black August. All of this is connected. All this is about timing. All this took a lot of good people with good hearts that are fighting for our people's liberation to sit down and kind of put this together and strategize it. Right now, tonight, on the tomorrow and the next day, the 4th, 5th, and 6th, each of these evenings, there will be webinars and panel discussions around these issues of liberating our elders, our political prisoners, around the issues of Black August. This stuff is going to be discussed starting tonight, and you are invited. I want to thank our good brother Shep, um, for, as you know, who was an original Black Panther, for always sending out emails that inform the community on what's going on. I was able to take some stuff from his emails and post it here and make like a very quick sort of slideshow for you. This represents this I guess collage of graphics represents the different organizations that are involved in what is being referred to as Liberate Our Elders Weekend. And you see, you got a number of people: California Prison Focus. You got a lot of people. Innocence Project. You got the National Jericho Movement, Spirit of Mandela. Of course, you have the Activist News Network of Zulu Nation. There's just a lot of people involved with this, officially and unofficially. Harlem Liberation School is not involved with this as officially, but we are unofficially involved. I just came off a meeting maybe 2 nights ago with the I guess you would say the programming committee for Black August. It was very interesting. We had our brother Abdul Shakur Abdul Shakur, who is a political prisoner right now, was breaking down some very important history of Black August for us, reminding us that it's not a celebration, it's not a holiday, it's a commemoration, of the brothers that fought for our liberation, that fought against injustice and humiliation and degradation in the prison system, and brothers who were killed for their fighting. Right. So though we usually associated with George Jackson, Brother Abdul Shakur was schooling us that there were more people involved than just George Jackson. And so you'll get more information about that through these next 2 nights. And certainly Harlem Liberation School will have a broadcast on August 19th to get into some more of the particulars about Black August itself. But this whole thing about liberating our elders and this weekend is being connected to the spirit of Black August. And these are some of the organizations you see that are involved. Now, tonight, Friday, Black August 4th, 2023, from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, there's an open plenary of the Liberate Our Elders Weekend. It's the opening meeting. Remember, there'll be one tonight, there'll be one Saturday night, and there'll be one Sunday night, right? If any of this information changes, I will definitely, or we will definitely update you through Harlem Liberation School on the proper Zoom link or what have you. Now, the Zoom link on here is very small and there's a lot to it. But the easy way, family, if you want to tune in tonight to this very historic, very important Zoom meeting to talk about liberating our elders, our political prisoners, you can simply go to Zoom. When you get to Zoom, they'll say, "Do you want to join a meeting?" Or to link a button that says "Join a meeting." You click on that button, and you'll put in the meeting ID, which is, I think you can see there, 863-2450-7649 is the meeting ID for the Zoom meeting tonight. The passcode is 808875. Right? So as we move on, I don't want to take up too much of your time. You always can rewind the video and come back to it, and you'll see the meeting ID and the passcode. So you don't need the Zoom link to get in. That the Zoom link is very specific, but you can still use the meeting ID and the passcode on Zoom to get right into this. And this meeting again is tonight, 7 to 9 p.m., and that's Eastern time, family. All right. So if you're in a different part of the country, Make sure you factor in that this is Eastern time. That means if you're on the West Coast, that the time will be 3 hours moved up for you, right? Okay. And last but not least, if you were unable to see any of this information clearly, if you were unable to understand what I was saying, maybe the audio was bad, I don't know, then this is how you can contact someone to get the most updated information. And that's Prison Lives Matters at protonmail.com, as you see on the screen, or Panther Shep Cat. Panther Shep Cat. That's Brother Shep's email. Panther Shep Cat at AOL.com. If you want more information, you want to stay in tune with what's going on, the pulse of the people. I would also suggest if you want to get on Brother Shep's email list to receive his very informative emails, family, telling us about activist events and movement, liberation movement activities all over the country, but especially in New York, that you might want to let him know in that Panther Shep Cat email, so you can get on his email list and receive his email newsletter, right? Family, if you don't know about Black August, you're hearing people saying it all the time. You're hearing it I know you're hearing it on social media. You might even be hearing it in some of you're taking your buses or trains to and from work, wherever you're going. You might hear people talking about it on the street and you don't know about it. I want you to become actively engaged. I want you to think, if you heard people talking about there was a bag of gold bricks, you might pay close attention. You want to know, well, where is that bag of gold bricks? What address is it located at? How can I get a bag of gold bricks? You would pay attention. Well, information about your liberation is bigger than a bag of gold bricks, family. Your liberation is everything. So when you hear people having these conversations and these words and terms you never heard before, you don't know what it is, do what you do with every damn thing else. Get on this device here and okay, Google, Siri, whatever you got to do, and find out what is Black August. Now, that information will likely be commercialized and diluted and not completely accurate, but it'll get you on the path to finding out what Black August is. And from there, you can do your own research. But don't let people use language and concepts you don't understand and just say, oh, I don't understand it, and keep going. Because you would be like the person that reads the book, sees a word they don't understand, and keeps going, versus the person that reads the book, sees a word they don't understand, circles it, and looks it up. Family, right? This is what you got to do. You got to look stuff up. If you don't know what it is, you heard something unfamiliar, look it up. So I'm going to challenge you for this month. Learn about what Black August is. Certainly, we're going to do our job by giving you information and having an event on August 19th. Hopefully, with our brother Abdul Shakur, who is a political prisoner. He's actually still in confinement right now. He might be able to give us a few words, might not. We'll keep you updated. We're going to do our job, but you do due diligence for yourself and make sure that you read, watch videos and films that teach you a little bit more about it. Now, there was a 1977 film called Brothers, starring Bernie Casey, and actually starring Ron O'Neal, from who you know from Superfly, that you might be able to watch on Tubi, that Tubi channel. You might be able to see it for free on YouTube, but it's called Brothers. It was created, it was done in 1977. And though they don't use the real names of George Jackson and Angela Davis and some of the different people involved, and Jonathan Jackson, George Jackson's younger brother, they tell the story basically of the Soledad brothers, George Jackson, Angela Davis, Jonathan Jackson. So what I'm saying to you is you have to be active. You can't be a passive person. You hearing words you don't understand. If you keep reading the book, you look it up. This is how you're going to increase your IQ politically, family. it's going to increase exponentially, but you have to be active. You got to be hungry to know, right? Okay, family, I want to thank you for joining us. I certainly, as you see on the bottom, I want to really implore you to subscribe to Harlem Liberation School's YouTube channel if you have not already. We believe that we're giving you very important information. I see a person came on late. I'm going to try to use just a few minutes and go back through some things. That today there was a very important press conference down at 100 Center Street around this issue of Prison Lives Matter, Liberate Our Elders. This is Liberate Our Elders Weekend, family, held in conjunction with many Black August activities. And they had that meeting already at 11 a.m. We're having a Prison Lives Matter, Liberate Our Elders webinar and panel discussion. That will be every day, start tonight, Saturday night, and Sunday night at the same time, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, right? And this is something you can access wherever you are as long as you have the internet. It will also, these are some of the different organizations that are involved. We see Zulu Nation in the building, National Jericho Movement, Spirit of Mandela. That's shout out to my sister Daqui, Siddiqui, brother Sekou Odinga, and many other good people there. Zulu Nation, the Activist News Network. Shout out to brother Shep, who keeps us informed with his wonderful, um, what do I want to call them? Digital newsletters that he puts out in his emails. California Prison Focus. There are so many people involved, family. But this whole thing is about bringing attention to the unfair imprisonment of our elders, people who are in prison for their political beliefs and actions. They should not have been arrested in the first place, but since they're now older, many suffering from health issues, we are demanding that they be released, family. Straight up. Okay? For those of you who want to participate in the opening meeting of this Liberate Our Elders Weekend, there's information here. Now, I know that some of it, the link is way too long for you to remember or write down. Small on your screen. But the other way you can do is go to Zoom. Click the join the meeting, but join a meeting button, and then you will enter the following information: the meeting ID, which is 863-2450-7649. The passcode, which is 808-875, and that should let you into the meeting. Once the host sees you, should be able to let you into the meeting. You can tell them, brother, that you found out the information through Harlem Liberation School, and that's why you're there. And for more information, you can contact Prison Lives Matter at protonmail.com or our good brother Shep at Panther Shepcat at AOL.com. Family, we'll give you some time to copy that down. And I'm going to thank you again for joining us. I think I have one comment, few comments. We got my queen bee. That's my baby girl right there. She says, Wukusu to the family. Wukusu is our expression, our greeting at Harlem Liberation School, which is an acronym of wake up, clean up, stand up. Wukusu. She also says, welcome to Harlem Liberation School. If this is your first time joining, we hope you enjoy the content and spread the word. Also, please click the button and subscribe. That's my baby girl. Thank you for that, for adding that important information. Right, family? So, get involved, family. Don't be passive. Don't just complain. Oh, this person should have done it this way. They should have done it that way. You get involved. Get off the sideline. Ask people what you can do to help. Right? Ask people what you can do to help, and you'll be surprised that when you do that sincerely, and you are sincerely helping people, and you're giving your best effort, then people in the community will start coming to you and saying, "Listen, we're doing this and that," inviting you to be a part of things. That's how it starts. We thank you for joining us. We certainly hope you'll spread the word. Hope to see you tonight at the first virtual workshop or meeting for Liberate Our Elders Weekend. We give a Black Power salute to all of those brothers and sisters in our prison system that are fighting horrific conditions every day, those who are locked up for political beliefs and actions, and those who are locked up for other reasons. Because the truth of the matter is, I am an abolitionist. I'm for abolishing the prison system as it stands now. It needs to be completely restructured and overhauled. The prison system is not rehabilitating anybody. It's making people worse. People who are innocent, who had committed no crimes, go into this prison system and come out criminals, family. We got to change that. So we hope that you will join this movement to liberate our elders. We hope that you will learn about the new abolitionist movement that's talking about abolishing prisons and some of these different institutions we have. And certainly we hope you join the Black Liberation Movement, family, so that we will win. Peace, Black Power. Wakusi, hope to see you tonight. Spread the word. Thank you and have a beautiful, beautiful beginning of your weekend.